Hey everybody, we are here with Fola today to congratulate him on becoming brand new owner of IV Nutrition. Yay, Fola!
Yay!
Thank you so
Congratulations.
much.
Just to start us off, Fola, can you tell us a little bit about your background and what you were doing before this and what started your journey towards becoming a franchise owner?
So my background is in software technology prior to this, and currently still I work with engineering teams to build software. Prior to that, program management, and I've had the opportunity to work with big businesses, Fortune 100 companies, to be able to build impacting software and sort of also work on marketing and channel partnership and things like that. With a little bit of the entrepreneurship in me, I wanted to sort of get a business started. I actually had my hands in building a couple of software on my own with a couple of partners. I also saw franchising as an opportunity to start something of my own, just being able to leverage an existing system. And I think that sort of made the match easier. I went into this open-minded, knowing that, execution is really the main thing. So if I get access to a system that works, I could probably put my grit in and transform and build out a successful business out of that. And I think franchising really has been that avenue.
Absolutely. And that's a great way to put it. I think all along, I think our conversations have all, you've just been very analytical, but entrepreneurial, right? You weren't going to let some of the little stuff get in your way. And so I applaud you on that because it's a franchise and there's a system and there's a process and you love that part, but you're also very aware that this is a business. You've got to call the shots and it's responsibility.
Exactly.
So
Yep. At the end of the day, it's still really business operations, and
Yep.
there's a unique skill set, there's a general skill set that needs to be applied there. So a little bit of common sense and then some discipline as well. So
And you came in open-minded. You looked at a lot of different industries first. We just had to narrow down the path. And I mean, you do have a little bit of medical, not you personally, doctor, but in your family, right? So maybe talk about what kind of helped you land into this health wellness category.
yeah, we did look at a lot of brands, and I'll admit my bias was really mostly around the ones that leverage technology. IV Nutrition worked out the way it did. In terms of healthcare, my wife and I also run a healthcare services company that does business with the Medicaid. And I also have a sister that's a nurse practitioner. So driving into the healthcare space was sort of an affinity in the making. It was easy to understand the concept. My wife she has a master's in healthcare administration. She wants to open her own urgent care eventually. Healthcare is in the business, and IV Nutrition, just being in an emerging space, was something that I really want to be a part of. So I think that really was part of the final criteria that made a decision for me to go into franchising in the healthcare services space.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And talk a little bit then about what your role is going to be from the very beginning of saying you're not necessarily going to want to spend 80 hours a week there, right? Because you do have other interests. So
Yeah.
is that part of it as well?
Yeah, I do have a little bit of time on my hands for now. Obviously, helping my wife with the startup of the healthcare services business. I will be dedicating a good amount of my time to growing this franchise just to make sure that it's successful. I mean, in my prior experience, when you start something off in the startup phase, which is typically the harder part of things, you've got to put systems and processes in place, whether it's in software, whether it's in different types of operations. That's what I intend to do. Make sure that things are running effectively and efficiently in a well-structured environment for me to be able to step back and have other people sort of help out with the business.
Perfect. We are going to edit in like fireworks and thought bubbles there because that's what it's all about, right? Like get that firm foundation, put in the work in the beginning, and earn the right to step back then.
Absolutely. That's what it's about, Lisa. Starting off on the right foot is really putting the right systems and processes together. And we're going to learn along the way. I'm going into a business that I haven't done before, looking to learn from a lot of people, and I am doing that on my own as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the learning curve.
We are so proud of you. We're so serious about it. Very humble. I mean, you're a smart guy, right? So it was.
Thanks for that. Not many people will say that.
But for you to kind of sit back and say, well, okay, guys, how should we go through this? Talk a little bit about what you thought of our process, because I know you went through every step. Like you were very sincerely like, what's next? You didn't want to skip steps. You didn't want to run, right? So just talk a little bit about how you looked at learning about franchises with us.
That's an interesting thing, right? Because, your team is the first thing that I ever spoke to about franchise. I had no knowledge of the concept in terms of how it works. When we first started talking together, even down to completing the assessment and all of those things, I had my skepticism. The entrepreneurial side of me kept my mind open to listening and learning about this. And I realized realized that there was a lady in my church that also actually was a franchise broker.
Mhm.
I called her up quickly, like, hey, what is this? Is this thing real? I'm talking to these people. Can you just give me a few things? Let me just validate it for me. And she did. And from that point, I started reading a bunch of things. The FTC provides a good amount of information as well about franchising. So
Yeah.
we're a regulated industry. So that sort of calmed down my fears, validated my thoughts. I think from there on, I just became 100% in. So it was just a matter of, all right, trust Lisa and Cece. As much as we talked, I could tell that you guys were really on my side. We built some trust. You showed me some brands. I asked you tough questions. You came back and really provided guidance within the parameters that you guys had to. And I was able to make my own decision. So your process really guided me in making the decisions that I feel comfortable with.
Well, and thank you for that. It's a long process, right? You learn a little bit and then you have more questions, and then you learn a little bit and then you have more questions, and you can just kind of lose people due to impatience. And I think like you're a really good student of, okay, I learned that. So now what do I have to learn next? Right? It always felt like every one of our conversations had some movement. And we ran into, I mean, you're in Maryland, which is a crazy state, right? So we had all sorts of delays there, but I just applaud you, because it's definitely something that once you learn about it and you become educated on it, it's a good opportunity, right?
And I mean, I'll add to that too. And in my email to you guys were very patient with me. And I think I said it a few times as well, like, all right, I know I'm slow walking a little bit. Don't give up. It's part of the education process. But I have to tell you, both of you were very patient. You know, we talked very frequently. I didn't feel like you guys were rushing me off the call or anything like that. You know, very responsive. So I really appreciated that. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. So what's next? So, you know, you've had this business a bit, so you're in build out phase. So you mentioned that you're going to see some contractors, get that build out started.
Yeah, the work has started. I'm in the commercial real estate acquisition phase, which is new to me. I've gone through a few LOIs. Negotiating how you price a commercial retail space is very interesting. I'm going through the leasing process right now. In a few minutes after this call, I'm going to take a couple of contractors into the space to take a look at how the remodeling that needs to happen. And, the journey is really get to opening as quickly as possible. So I'm really looking forward to that. So there's quite a few things that needs to happen in the next few weeks in terms of construction, build out, and subsequently opening.
That's
and I'm
awesome.
really looking forward to that.
Well, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. We will definitely be in touch. I think you've gotten to know us by now. I love just talking with you. The conversations are educational, and you're asking questions that make me question things, which I love. So I appreciate it. I want to stay in touch. So, all right. So congratulations, Fola, on your franchise journey, starting with IB Nutrition in 3, 2, 1. Yay! Thank you for watching. If you're ready to take the next step, Integrity Franchise Group is here to help. Click the link below or reach out to us today to schedule an appointment. Let's work together to solve that franchise puzzle and turn your business dreams into reality. We cannot wait to connect with you.